Good evening, my lovelies. It is 4:05 and I am a fawn.
Hello!
This is my friend Rosie. She did this makeup.
I mean, it did take 2 hours because she kept moving away. And
I'm not a good model.
No, she's not. It's so frustrating. She keeps putting her lips together and the black keeps coming on the bottom lip.
And it's so difficult not to because it's a major habit of mine. I'm obsessed with chapstick, so I'm constantly putting it on, doing that over and over again.
Oh my god.
And it screws with everything.
Alright, so are you ready to show them how it's done?
Yes.
Alright, let's do it!
Stay tuned. I already have my hair up to keep the hair out of my face. Because I don't want hair to be stuck in the makeup.
Willkommen! Ha! Willkommen means like welcome. Alright, so first to start off, she had already put on some moisturizer. What kind of moisturizer
and I washed
did you
my
use?
face.
Yeah, what kind of moisturizer did you use?
Oh, it was Gold Bond.
We're going to start off with the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Luminous Natural Glow Foundation. Alright, so we're just going to put that all over your face. And don't, like, just take it and put it on like suntan lotion. It's good to apply it with a brush, but if you're in a rush, yes, that rhymed. So now I'm going to use a bit of my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, because you really don't want a shiny face. A shiny face is not a happy face. I'm going to start with the eyeshadows. Now, because we're doing like a doe eye, you want to do like very light, very happy kind of caramel colors. So first I'm going to start off with a white, because you want the white in the corners of your eyes right here. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to put on some of the eye primer so it stays, because put some of this hard candy eyeshadow primer. We have, both of us have this Ulta beauty palette kind of thing, and so what we're going to start off with is a white. You want a white in the corner of your eyes because it makes you look more awake, and for people like me and Gabby who don't sleep ever.
I slept 4 hours last night.
Yeah, exactly. You want to look as awake as you can. We're going to use the color Iceland. Brushes just to blend it a little, because you don't want to keep all the browns very light, and we're going to use a bit of the silk just right close to the white so it's not too white. If you can, I'm using a sparkly, like a shimmery white, but it's also pretty good if you use a matte white. Actually, because I thought the white was too sparkly, I just put a little bit of this right over it. Right over that in the Silk by Ulta. Now we're going to use a bit of the Truffle. So this is also a bit shimmery, so we're only going to use a little bit of it. And then we're going to use a slightly sandier brown. Put that right next to it to give it a little more pop. I'm going to use, I don't know if you can see all of these, but the ones that I used was the Truffle. And because she has the same thing, but she kept the names on, but I didn't, so I don't know the names of these. So use that one, that one, that one. We're going to use that one, and a teeny tiny bit of that one. Alright, now we're going to use second brown. Okay, so we're going to use the other dark brown and just do the corners, just very lightly. So now you see how there's the different colors and they blend into each other? Want to make sure that they blend nicely and there's not just white, light brown, dark brown. Like you don't want to, you just want it to blend so it slowly goes into each other. And I know the corners of her eyes, like right here, look really messy, but we're going to clean that up in a second. Just a little bit of white right on the arch for brow for highlighting. You want to also put some of the colors right underneath, so you're going to have to open your eye for this. Do the same thing, so the light brown is also going to go right on here. But if you want your eyes to look bigger, which I'm going to do for her in a second, you're just going to have to put on some white eyeliner on the waterline, and then on the top of that, like right underneath, you're going to put some of the white, and then where you want your eyes to start, you know, you put the brown. So, and I know it sounds really confusing now, but it'll make sense in a second. So we're going to put some of the white eyeliner on her waterline. If you're really squeamish with touching other people's eye or like touching your own eye, you can skip this. But it makes... top and underneath, we're going to put a little bit of white. So look up. So now that we got the white underneath, we're going to go back to the browns. And I know, brown's boring, but you know. We're going to brush it away so it doesn't look so much like a raccoon. A little bit more of the Iceland because it's kind of shiny here so you can see it more. So we're just going to put that right in the corner. Moving on to eyeliner. So I usually put eyeliner on before I do mascara because I feel like I can get closer line if my lashes aren't like huge and in the way. Also, if you're wearing false lashes with this, you really don't have to have on the lid right here. You can just do it in the corner and then the side where we usually are doing it. Do a really, really thin line on the top. Up like I just didn't. You can always, no I didn't. You can always just put a little bit, especially if like it's really clear in line, you can always just like put a little bit of eyeshadow on it. If you do, is we're going to put some in the corner of her eye to give it a animal-like effect. If you notice that instead of doing a sharp wing, I just have a little nub because deer don't have cat eyes, so don't do a cat eye. For this part, when you're doing the point in the corner of your eye, follow the natural corner. So if you align that, it looks more animal-like. So now we're going to do some mascara. Now it's good to use multiple mascaras because of the different brushes and also the different formulas. So for this I'm using Maybelline Great Lash, lots of lashes, very black. I don't know if you can see it. And we're also going to be using Miss Manga Waterproof Mascara. I think it's by L'Oreal. Yes! The Great Lash, lots of lashes first, because it's got this really cool bristle. So now that you got your eye makeup out of the way, what we're going to do is we're going to start with a fawn face. So because I'm so much paler than she is, we're going to use some of my makeup for highlighting. So of course I'm doing L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Makeup W1, which is the palest warm color. It's like one of the palest colors. I'm just going to highlight certain areas of the face. So especially, we're going to do regular contouring, but we're going to keep this area of her face and this and here especially light, because here and here is where we're going to put all the bronzer to make the tanner, and then we're going to use a little bit of white later on for the dots of the dough. So. like that geisha mask effect unless you're going for geisha, but we're not. So you want to like blend it right up here too, because you don't want to have like that defined line. So I'm going to use just a bit more of the Infallible. So now we're going to start contouring, where you're going to need 3 different browns. So we're going to have our light brown bronzer, and then a slightly darker bronzer, and then we're going to use a brown eyeshadow, just so it'll all fade out. One other thing, you also, if you see, you don't want to have a pancake face. So make sure that you blend well onto your neck, because then people will just be like, oh, her face looks so pretty, but her neck is a different color. You don't want that. And even on your ear. So we're going to highlight this side. We're going to keep the 3. And then we're going to do a little on the sides of her nose and right under there. I'm even going to put just a little bit of white. Okay, so now that we have the lighter brown, we're going to put just a little bit of the dark brown eyeshadow. Now you don't want to go crazy dark brown, you just want, you know, this color right there. And you're just going to put it exactly there. And I know it looks like the contouring thing, so you're just going to put it right there and then blend it out. You really got to blend this one. So, Gabby, I don't know if you noticed, but she has a cute little beauty mark right there. So I'm going to put that back on because I think that beauty marks are really cute. And even if you're doing a different look, like a mythical look, you can put it back on. It might take some time for you to blend it all the way, but, you know, you don't want to. I'm just going to put some chapstick on because we're going to do the rest of her face, but you don't want to have chapped lips when you're doing the lip face, so. Here's where the other Q-tips come in handy. Alright, so we're going to use some of Maron Clown White makeup, and this is like a lot. There's a lot of this stuff in here. And we're just going to use it for the dots. If you don't have this, like, it's okay. It's just suggested. But if you just have, like, every other kind of, you know, white face paint, that works too. You don't want the dots to be, like, super, you know, coordinated. Like, you just put them randomly. And you want to make sure that still, it's not, like, the Q-tip doesn't get off-shaped. So you still want to have that circular dot. There's one side. Now we're just going to do the other side. That's how you do the dots. So you just turn back and forth to the camera. So now we're going to do the mouth and the nose. If you didn't already contour the nose, you're just going to contour it just a little. And then make sure this part is still white. It feels like an old eyeliner just to draw it on, and then like a black eyeshadow just to fill it in, just so it's matte, because you don't want it too shiny, but you can have it shiny if you want to. You know, it's really up to you. It's everyone's preference. Alright. Now, you're just going to keep the natural, so just do a line across here, but then you also want to have it up there, so it's kind of a animal effect. going to take just a little bit of black eyeshadow. Just put a little on there. And I'm using a shiny black, so it's still shiny, but it's also still matte. If you got the basic thing down, you can use a finer point eyeliner to just make it straighten it out. So that's the nose. And then when you're doing this, you just want to do the top lip. So I'm going to put a very, very light pink on the bottom lip and then black on the top. Or if you want, you can even use like a chapstick for the bottom lip. Okay, and now for the finishing touch, I'm going to use my Poison Kiss black lipstick.
Well, I put the ears. Well, actually, I'll put the ears in later.
But keep it sort of out of your face.
I'm gonna put my ears in.
Press your lips together.
I did.
Yeah.
Sorry, you didn't mean to.
Alright, I'm just gonna fix this.
I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more, subscribe. If you liked it, like it. All the normal stuff. You've probably been on YouTube before.
Also, leave comments if you want me to do another makeup tutorial, because I wanted to do a geisha, but she wanted to do a fawn, so. And it was her face, so she had liberties that I couldn't take.
Yeah. I like the fawn. It's really cool. And plus I have ears. I have, like, prosthetic ears.
Yeah, I didn't have the prosthetic ears, so it didn't look as good. But I did have, like, a flower crown that I made, which is okay. Hi, Jack! Okay. Hello. Great, so that's how you do the fawn tutorial. Because this took so long, we're going to have a separate video for bloopers, and she's just finding out about this. So,
What?
Yeah, you're making a separate video for bloopers.
Why?
Because it took 2 hours for us to do your makeup. That's not okay.
Okay.
Anyway, so you should probably, she's going to make the box where you can click it.
Annotation right here.
Yeah,
on my
annotation
face.
right on her face, right on her fawn face, right there. So just click it, like, subscribe, leave a comment if you want me to do another makeup tutorial. See ya!